From the Allyn Worldwide Headquarters Studios, high atop Turtle Creek Village, this is Deconstructing Dallas. Greetings, everyone. It's your host, Ryan Trimble, coming to you once again in 2026. Great day here in our fair city. Joined by a man who's always a gold medalist in my book. He, of course, Shawn P. Williams. Shawn, good day, sir.
Good day, Ryan Trimble. It is a beautiful, beautiful day, as my mom would call it, a Chamber of Commerce day here in Dallas, Texas. I'm loving it after a couple of weeks ago when we had kind of our yearly ice down. It's really nice. I mean, I feel like we don't get enough days in the 70s, or 80s, and that's where we are right now. Even though it's weird in February, still.
It's weird for February, but it is nice, and it is a Chamber of Commerce Day. Speaking of, we had a really great event with the new head of the Dallas Regional Chamber, Brad Cheves, the other night. Man, it was great to have him here.
Packed house here at the Allyn Worldwide Headquarters, and so many of our friends, somebody I know, especially being a fellow Albuquerque native,
Yes.
Brad Cheves, that you've worked with a lot, but also I know we're all happy about the position he has now at the Dallas Regional Chamber. So excited to work with him.
Yeah, it's exciting, and I think there's going to be big things coming from the Chamber with Brad at the helm, and a lot of excitement. Shawn.
Everybody has hopefully our listeners can make it to one of our events. Everybody has a job here. It reminds me of that episode of Seinfeld when they went to the party and everybody's got a job.
Yes.
My job is music, help
And you do
ably,
it well. Playlist art.
working together with Jessica Moore on that. But music, I'm thinking about maybe working with producer Zach on the speaker situation. I think we may need to upgrade because, we've got so many people here.
I know producer Zach is always looking for upgrades, so it's really fun.
I might have to check with him, get on his calendar and talk to him about that.
Yes, that'd be great. Well, speaking of production value, high production value at the Olympics this year. Are you watching the Olympics, Shawn?
I'm not watching a ton, right? I'm not watching a ton, but I have seen a little bit of curling.
Okay.
I've seen a little bit of figure skating. And I guess I was at a restaurant where I got to see doubles luge.
I was just going to ask if you were interested at all in. I was thinking, who would I ask to be my doubles luge partner? I gotta say, my friend, you'd be on top of my list.
It's gotta be on top, as it were. It has to be. It has to be someone you trust quite a bit.
You
don't mind sharing space with.
It is a precarious position, flying down the hill at 80 miles an hour plus, and so really fun stuff. Man, the Winter Olympics, they're just so wacky and fun and crazy.
It's a lot going on there.
Yeah.
I guess. Probably hockey's getting started, so I do watch more hockey. But you see stuff you just don't see the rest of the year. But now that, they've kind of got like a little X game flair too with snowboarding and those events
it's
too. It's
super fun. I saw Shaun White was on the broadcast the other night, so really fun. Well, I hope you tune in for more, man.
I'll find some time.
Okay.
I'll make time.
Okay, very good. But you've got a busy schedule because you've got a lot going on.
Man, I got a call from our good friend from Vista Bank, Lubbock Smith, who is a vice president over at the in the South Dallas location. They are really, really big into the community. Lubbock does a fantastic job. And he asked me to be part of a conversation with our good friend, State Senator Royce West. And it's going to be a conversation, business, banking, and breakfast. February 20th, 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. at the branch there in South Dallas, 3225 Martin Luther King Jr. Boulevard. It's really good during Black History Month, too, to be able to have this conversation with a living legend like State Senator Royce West, and I can't wait. I'm really excited to participate.
Yeah, well, man, I admire all you do and all the work you do, and man, I hope people show up. It's great. Save the date, February 20th.
Yeah, and I think that they have had really great success with this program in the past, but for sure with Senator West, I'm really anticipating a lot of folks. So I know, been promoting it and plan to continue to do so. So we'd encourage all of our listeners, all of our viewers, now that we're online, to check us out on February 20th. Looking forward to seeing some of my Allyn medians there as well.
That's right.
We still haven't come up with a new name.
Yeah.
We were talking about Allynians.
Allynites? It's a work in progress.
It is. We need a workshop. We need a creative meeting just for that.
Let's get it on the books.
So we had an on-site interview. So, we're kind of got our red and blue thing going, which is nice. But when we get to the next segment, everybody will see that we were a little bit dressed down because we had a really good client interview in Oak Cliff this week.
That's right. We popped into Lockhart Smokehouse on the eve of their 15th anniversary coming up. I mean, it's pretty amazing. We've seen a lot recently. A lot of restaurants, especially barbecue joints, have not had the kind of luck. They've gone away. And
I got to talk to them about it when I lived in North Oak Cliff. I had an opportunity to go by there a lot. I spent some holidays there.
Yeah.
So they are a staple for sure in the community, and it's really exciting to get to watch and celebrate this anniversary with them.
Yeah, it was a really fun conversation. Jill and Jeff Burgess and one of their longtime employees, Gabe Orduña, was with us as well. Really fun guy. So let's jump into the interview right after a quick break. This is Deconstructing Dallas. Ryan Trimble, Shawn Williams. We'll be right back after this. Welcome back, Deconstructing Dallas. Ryan Trimble, Shawn Williams. Shawn, I'm fired up today, and I really mean it this time. Fired up, pun intended. We are here on location, Lockhart Smokehouse in Oak Cliff. What a time to be alive, man. This is really fun.
I used to come to back in my North Oak Cliff days, so I'm excited.
Did you see anybody you knew, or did you get
Absolutely.
run into anybody that
Absolutely.
You owed money to down here or anything?
Let's not talk about that part.
Well, we are excited, of course, to be joined by our friends. Of course, the proprietor here, one of the co-owners, and one of the greats and local legends here in the barbecue business, Jeff Burgess, and of course,
just
Gabe
ask everybody.
Orduña, of course, from the Lockhart team. Gentlemen, thanks for coming on the show.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
So our first question for both of you before we kind of get into the vibe and everything going on here is, what are other places that you like in Dallas, that you guys like to eat in Dallas? Besides Lockhart, of course.
Oh, man.
Boy, that's the first question.
No, that's hard.
Well, what category? What
Yeah.
what neighborhood? What?
Restaurant.
Yeah, I mean,
they're having to
you got to
really
break
think
it
through
down.
this. I know.
Yeah.
Let's see. Where do you like to?
So,
you like Golden Corral? and,
Yeah.
like, that's your.
No, I'm a big dim sum guy, so I like me some dumplings. Yeah, so people are shocked in a good salad. So, yeah, I guess you have it. Barbecue's great, but you also got to balance it out. So,
That's right.
yeah.
You
So
were saying you have a new neighbor down here as well, Old Monk.
it's the Old Monk. Yeah, that's also that's more of a watering hole for me. But yeah, they also have some good.
They have some
food.
pretzels.
Yeah, they have some pretzels for you. Yeah, for what I remember. So, but yeah, that definitely the Old Monk. That's a good spot as well. So,
I'm trying to think. In this neighborhood,
just think anywhere. What's your
wherever.
favorite? Yeah.
I mean, we go to different steak places. Albernays. People like that place a lot. Yeah. But what steak place is not good around here, right? I mean,
Yeah.
right? They're not open if they're not good, right?
Well, I know you guys visit a lot of restaurants, but of course we're here at Lockhart. You can feel and smell the history here. So, Jeff, tell us about yourself and the business here, and then the history and soul of Lockhart Barbecue.
Well, we grew up not far from here, DeSoto, and my dad ran the Oak Cliff YMCA when it first opened. So that's how I got to know the neighborhood a little bit. In fact, I think right across the street used to be a Piggly Wiggly's. Is that
That
true?
is correct.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. See.
Yep.
There we go. Yeah. So really, how I got into the restaurant business is a long, long story because I started off in fashion design and in New York City. But when we got here, it was basically, do I move back to New York City to pursue fashion design? Do we move to Hong Kong or we move to Europe? those are the three choices. Dallas really wasn't a fashion market. No offense to Hager and Pennies and stuff, but so Jill, my wife's family affiliation with Kreitz Market in Lockhart, Texas. And so we always said, wouldn't that be cool when we lived in New York? Like, why? How can we get that barbecue here? Like, why don't we open up a restaurant? Yeah, no. But it was always a plan B. I think everybody needs to have a plan B in life. And plan B, the first list was, why don't we call the family in Lockhart, see if we can't get something going and open up a barbecue spot here in Dallas. My dad's best friend happens to be a broker in the neighborhood and said, I got a spot for you. I'm like, Oak Cliff? Really? Yeah, well, best decision we ever made. Yeah.
That's awesome. Gabe,
Is that
yeah, for sure. Yeah, Gabe, yeah, absolutely. Gabe, you guys are celebrating 15 years. You know, people come back time and time again. What is the secret sauce? Like, what is it that has helped you guys come through COVID and tough times when businesses we see closing around town, but you guys are still here? So what is it about Lockhart's?
Well, first off, when you say 15 years, it just makes you feel older, right? And, I mean, I didn't have any of this gray or anything. Neither did Jeff, you know.
Fine.
Yeah, we were more refined.
I'm hiding it under my baseball
about
cap.
15 pounds lighter, you know.
Yeah.
It's like, no, but it just, you know, just going back to your question, I think the secret is just understanding who our customer is and also understand the pure basics, right? It's somebody's paying us for a service. So we are trying to give you the best service possible at the end of the day, right? So customer service and then quality. I mean, that's the two things that will either make you or break you, and we try to do it. It's cool when after 15 years you hear people like, we had somebody during the Texas OU game say, hey, we've been coming here for 10 years. This is our tradition. We come eat here and then we go to Texas OU game. And I just heard a customer who we thought they were locals, but they're actually from Germany. Wow. Who we see them like, you know, bi-monthly. Yeah. And it turns out that they actually fly into Dallas. I don't know what industry they're in, but apparently they drive up to Wichita Falls. But they say every time we're here, we stop here and eat. So, just kind of goes back hopefully to the quality and the customer service that we try to do every day. So, I mean, it sounds simple, but it's very difficult, you know, when you're doing it 7 days a week, 15 years, you know, after you say, you know, the only days we're closed are it's going to be Christmas Day and Thanksgiving. So, but hopefully that answers your question. So,
no, absolutely. And you all have a 15th anniversary celebration coming up. First question, I want to hear about it, but can we come? I want to come to the party.
We've got a waiting, you know.
Gotta find a way to get that.
I know, man. I know.
Yeah.
so if Bono doesn't show up, we'll yeah.
Yep. Can you tell us about the celebration? What's coming up? What are you guys looking forward to?
God, I mean, it's just in this environment right now with everybody, a lot of restaurants are going out of business. It's scary. Mm-hmm. We are very fortunate to be in a position where we're not in that situation. And we want to celebrate that. And with the community here, I mean, you mentioned COVID. We made it through COVID because of the community here. I mean, they all came in and helped, and that kept us and our staff afloat. So it's a nice neighborhood. We want to celebrate the 15 years that we've been here. That's a milestone when it comes to restaurants. I don't know if you know the facts that most of them go out of business in the first 3 to 6 months. So being here 15 years. However, Jill's family's business has been open since 1900 and they're still open. So we've got it in the bloodline.
Well, Gabe, we were talking a little bit about some of my days back in Oak Cliff and the spots. Some of those spots are here, some of them aren't. But being here in Oak Cliff, Jeff talked about community. What does it mean to be in the Oak Cliff community, and how has that really helped the business?
Oh man! So on a personal level, I mean, I grew up literally 11 minutes away from here. So I was born and raised in Oak Cliff. That's one of, you know, it's huge for me not only to be part of Lockhart Smokehouse, but be right in my backyard, you know. So it's just a blessing the way the community's kind of put their arms around us. And you know, to Jeff's point, you know, our base core customers, I mean, January and February those are the guys that come in. You know, it's typically slow for any restaurant during those months, and just to see the love and appreciation from the community, like, man, you know, I'll just knowing somebody on a first name basis, it's just crazy. You're seeing their kids grow up. We had a couple, I think it was up in our Plano store, that when they started going there, you know, their kid was maybe like 1 and now they're like 8, and you know, that's barbecue to them. And it's, you know, you blink and you just look at Oak Cliff in general, and it's like, dude, it was a brand that was cultivated here, it was started here, and it was supported by the community. I mean, it's just huge for me, especially just talking about the Oak Cliff community just being so welcoming. And I don't think we could have done this anywhere else. So I just want to say thank you on that end of it. So
That was great.
thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
So he gets a phone call in the middle of the night. Hey, you're only
Yeah.
walking distance away from the restaurant. Can you come
And
by
that
and
happens.
make sure that the fire is still going?
Yeah, that happens.
It's a blessing it occurs,
Yeah.
right?
This is Deconstructing Dallas. Ryan Trimble, Shawn Williams. We're visiting with Jeff and Gabe here at Lockhart Smokehouse. We're going to take a quick break. When we get back, we're going to talk about the special Texas pride that everybody has with their barbecue. So stick with us through the break. We'll be right back.
Constructing Dallas, Shawn Williams, Ryan Trimble. We are at Lockhart Smokehouse. We have now been joined by Jill Burgers. Thank you for joining us. We're so glad to have you join the conversation. I'm going to ask a question about Texas barbecue. You know, I've been Kansas City and had the Kansas City style, Memphis and had Memphis style, but there's something about Texas barbecue that's just different. So to both of y'all, what is it about Texas barbecue that really makes it the best?
Well, in the true, like, German thrifty housewife tradition, you use what you've got. So, you know, my family in Central Texas, you start with post oak because that's what's around. So you'll smoke on that. We're the cattle state, so it's brisket, baby. It is all about the brisket. So that is one thing that definitely sets us apart. And, you know, just everything's better in Texas.
Texas is beef. The other areas that you talked about are pork and sauces.
Yep.
So it's all about the pork and the different sauce. Is it vinegar based? Is it this? Is it sweet? Is it hot? Is it, you know, Texas is just salt and pepper and beef.
I love my sauce, but if I could just get a piece of meat, all due respect, Ryan, and just eat it without having to do all that, then that's when I really know.
Well, and so when we first started out in the true Central Texas tradition, Kreitz Market and those guys down there didn't have any sauce. When we opened up, you tell people we didn't have forks and we didn't have sauce. You tell people they can't have something, they want it all that much more. So yes, it was a good learning. We did learn that now we have sauce for saucy folks.
We have Texas vegetarian on the menu, Ryan. Chicken and
turkey. Yes.
Okay.
Right. Right. Well, okay, so I wanted to talk about the menu. So what's the most unique item you have ever had? And then I want to hear about what's on tap for the 15th as far as the menu goes.
Unique items. One of the things that when we started, we have really creative pit masters and people in the kitchen. And so we're like, hey, you want to try a special? Let's try it. So one time we tried shark. This was in Twitter's heyday, and somehow it got out and about, and we were getting like death threats from Australia. Like people were leaving nasty Google reviews, and I was like, yeah, but we got it from the food purveyor. Like I didn't go out personally and kill the shark. Anyway, so that was a big one. We did a wild game supper, didn't we? Do rattlesnake
Yes, we
and
did.
like alligator ribs
Yes,
and things of that.
wild boar,
Yeah.
elk.
So if we find something we think is interesting, we'll try it.
Smoke it.
Yeah, we'll smoke it. Yeah, exactly. Well, and there are limits because there are people that are like, hey, I shot this. Can you smoke it? We're like, no, this commercial kitchen. No, we're not taking your like roadkill. Thanks.
What
Anyway.
can we expect coming up for the celebration?
Okay. So we're happy to celebrate 15 years. So we've done some fun things already, but coming up, we're going to do a great smoking meal for $15 at lunch next week. You can get a sandwich, side, drink, and a banana pudding. So that's one of our give backs. The even bigger one with the price of brisket and meat costs in general, we are doing a rollback brisket pricing for the last week, the last Tuesday in February.
Yes.
And what's the price on that? Because your mind's mine's better than mine is.
$17.98, like when we first opened. Now, that's per pound, not a half a pound like everybody else. Everybody else, that's a half a pound. So you're going to get a full pound for $17.98 on the 24th of February for lunch only.
My language right there. Speaking my language.
Bring it back 15 years. That's what we're going to do. So it's crazy, but I can't wait. It's going to be fun.
Yeah.
So you guys have a fantastic space here. And so I'm just, as you're looking back and being nostalgic over the last 15, who are some of your favorite guests, some famous people who maybe walked through the door that you guys can think of?
Well, all kinds. We get a lot of sports players and musicians because of the arena up the street. We've had Troy Aikman sit at the bar, or waiting on a brisket, not drinking. He was contemplating his beer at the time. Yeah. We've had Robert Plant show up at our door asking about a venue down the street. But a lot of these musicians and celebrities have people that come in. For example, Sir Elton John's private chef came in here and he wanted to see how we prepared the food and the kitchen. Dua Lipa. So I think we did Sir Elton John because of Dua Lipa. Was 2 weeks before he came, and they're friendly. We've had the
Well, we don't know if he came in, but we got a lovely shout out from the Rolling Stones
yes,
when they played.
Mick Jagger allegedly came in.
Right. Of course, our staff, it was kind of during COVID, so we were like, well, if he's wearing a mask.
They didn't
And
know.
we've got young kids that are working where you're like, yeah.
I'm like, he's on. I'm at home working on something, and I get my phone's blown up. Mick Jagger just called you out in the middle of the concert. I'm like, why is everybody messing with this? And then I call here, and I'm like, why didn't anybody tell us that Mick Jagger was here? And they're like, who?
Who's Mick Jagger?
Yeah, who's Mick Jagger? They want to know if he said, I'm Mick Jagger. Who? So yeah, we've had Bon Jovi. They came in and they called and said, "Hey, we'll give you backstage passes if you bring it over." And the bartender's like, "I don't know who Bon Jovi is, and it's our policy not to do it for 24 hours." And so anyway, the band manager came in and so yeah, we've catered the presidents, both Bushes, on their private plane a couple of times. A lot of Canadian hockey teams. We cater their plane back. Believe it or not, it's kind of cool. It's different.
It's really fun.
Well, I've really loved getting to know y'all and working with y'all. And for those who aren't as familiar but now know who you are, where can they find you on social media and online?
Oh, yes. So we are on, Instagram, Lockhart Smokehouse. The Plano location is Plano Lockhart on Facebook. And I think we're Dallas Lockhart on Facebook also. Or look up Lockhart Smokehouse. And on Twitter, too. And what else is out there? I don't know. There's something else coming down the pipeline I don't know about, I'm sure.
Well, I'd love to talk to you guys a little longer, but I think I was promised some barbecue after this, so I think this is a great time to wrap up.
That's the real question.
But thanks so much for having us. We really enjoy working with y'all, and can't wait to celebrate with you guys for the 15th.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Look forward to it.
Absolutely. This is Deconstructing Dallas. Shawn Williams, Ryan Trimble. We'll be right back right after this. Welcome back, Deconstructing Dallas. Man, what a fantastic interview. And man, I have to say that the Burgesses sent me off because I had a meeting with some brisket. And so I could not sit and eat in the location, but man, in my car, I had one of the best. I mean, I was like a caveman, just like shoving brisket in my face. I stopped to get some chips as well. But man, it's really good people. good location and great food at Lockhart.
Yes, thanks to Jill and Jeff. And I know they took good care of producer Zach as well. So big thanks to Jill and Jeff. And congratulations again on a big number 15. On to the next 15 for them.
And also check out, I will be posting on social, or probably by the time this is out, you can find, I got a really cool hat as well that
Yeah.
they gave me. Jeff had on this really, really, I thought, fire hat that had brisket on it. And so I was like, man, that's great. And fortunately, I had a hat on that day, but I took it off. And so they wanted to put some on my bald head, and they gave me that
They
brisket.
saw an opportunity for
And
marketing.
It is fantastic.
The hat, look, I mean, that hat was like custom fit for your head.
It was. I think it's like my number one hat already that I have now. So
Amazing
great,
stuff.
great time, great interview, great conversation, and looking forward to celebrating their anniversary.
That's right. Well, thank you again to Jill and Jeff. And Shawn, you know, another important date we want to note for folks, early voting is underway, began February 17th, Tuesday, February 17th. Early voting for the March 3rd primary elections.
So important that we exercise our right to vote. We have an opportunity every now and then to work on a campaign here and there. My wife, Judge Dominique, is unopposed in this primary, so but still want to make sure that we all get out and vote. Every election we say is the most important election of our lifetime. They're all important.
It feels like a big one.
They're all important. So let's everybody get out there, let your voice be heard, and let your voice count.
What's the saying? Vote early and vote often. I don't know if
That's what they say, but I don't know if that's what we're trying to
that works
push.
out legally.
Yeah,
or
I don't know
not,
if we're trying to push that, but that is a saying.
Choose
that is
one,
said.
maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Vote early.
Vote early.
Yeah, vote early.
Good idea. All right. Well, Shawn, thanks for all you do, and great episode. Thanks again to Jill and Jeff Burgess.
Absolutely. We want to thank them for joining in with us. We want to thank our owners, Mary Woodleaf, and our CEO, Mary Woodleaf, our president, Jennifer Pascal, which is really exciting because I believe that's a new title for her. So congratulations to Jennifer. But our owners, Mary and Jennifer, thank you to all of our hardworking folks on this show, producer Zach Thompson, Deborah Meek, who helps us out, Jessica Moore, who helps us on social media and as well as our website. Thank you to the entire Allyn team. We want to ask our listeners to please leave us a 5-star review. Share this with your friends. You can now find us on YouTube. You can find us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, wherever you get your podcasts. Please share that with your folks. We are going to be making sure to catch up for lost time. So between the rest of this spring and summer, we're going to be cranking out a few episodes here and there. So make sure to check us out. For Ryan Trimble, I am Shawn Williams.